Today we will compare a few electric small cars. So that includes the BYD Atto 3, the MG4, GWM Aura, BYD Dolphin, Hyundai Kona EV, and the Kia Niro. We will compare them through many ways, and at the end there will be one winner. This year, this size has been added as electric cars have been getting much more popular. Before, we had only included electric cars as altogether, which only included a few. This year, however, we are going to add many more. And we will also add ones for the luxury medium SUV, luxury big SUV, including the Audi Q8 e-tron and Mercedes-Benz EQS. And let's get on. We will start with the Aura. The Aura, which gives you a very comfortable ride, is a very good car. It is manufactured in China, but it is not a sporty sort of car. So if you want a sporty sort of car, you'd have to go for a different size or a different car. For a different car, you might want the Ioniq 5 EV or the one with the N, but now that's a big SUV and medium SUV-ish car. So we're not going to go through that today. The back row is pretty comfortable, and 3 people could fit in it, but the driving position is not ideal for tall people. If you want a sporty feeling SUV, you'd better try out the MG4 or the wheel drive one. Now let's get on to the exterior. The exterior of this car is pretty unusual, as you cannot see the rear lights or anything like that from the back. It looks very unique from the back, and at the front, where the shape of the lights are like an oval shape, which you rarely find unless you are talking about the Porsche 911. Altogether, this is a good EV for a family, but if you want a sporty car, you'd better go for the MG4 rear drive. The most suitable color for the MG4 is orange, and for the X-Power, it is green. This car is pretty good. Also manufactured in China, its price is around $48,000. You may want this car if you want a car that's sporty, as we already mentioned. Like the GWM, also, it is very affordable for most families and is one of the cheapest cars you may find in the electric market. This car may not feel very good for being your first electric car or first car, but after Tesla, it will be very suitable. The MG4 here beats some other brands, including BYD, with a 7-year capped price serving and longer intervals too. This 7-year capped price servicing is much better compared to the BYD Dolphin and maybe even the BYD Atto 3. But for many people wanting an AV, they want to see the battery. This battery is a 62.1 kilowatt net, and the power is 150 kilowatt, torque 250 Newton meter. The driving range is 450 kilometers, and that's probably all you need to know about this car. The Dolphin's torque is also 310 Newton meter, which is 60 more Newton meters compared to the MG4. And this car has a driving range of 427 kilometers, which is 23 kilometers less than the MG4. Its power is also 150 kilowatts, and that's all you need to know compared to most other electric vehicles. The price is similar, also around 44,800, and the exterior is very nice. It may be a little smaller than the MG4, with a bit bigger than the MG4, a bit bigger than the Kia Rio, and a similar size to the MG3. This car is ideal for people who want a small and cheap electric vehicle. And all of this car's points from the exterior looks pretty nice. So what's that car? Now, as we already looked at this BYD, let's compare it to the Atto 3. The Atto 3 has come out before many other Chinese manufactured electric cars. This Atto 3 has a blue exterior and maybe pretty good if you want your first electric car. Many BYD has started making electric stuff from a very long time ago, although launching into cars not that early. So it may be much safer than most electric cars, other than the Tesla cars, which also only makes electric vehicles. Its key rival is the MG ZS EV, although it may be conventionally better compared to it. The entry range has 345 kilometers, although the extended range has 420. Compared to the Mazda CX-30 G25 as Dina 4-wheel drive, it is a bit more expensive, although the car itself is much better, as it could be a bit more affordable at many points. That was enough Chinese cars. Let's look at the Kia Niro. The Niro has also hybrid versions, which I'm pretty sure is the Niro S, but today we're talking about the electric one. The sport version costs 65,900, although the normal version S costs 62,500. Depending on your personal needs, the S may be a bit more suitable for family use, although the Sport is used for more sporty people who have used sporty cars before turning to the use of electric models. The Kia Niro may be better in many ways. This is the interior, and it looks very like a normal Kia. With the new badge, the screen may be a little smaller than some newer cars. Still, the Niro is worth thinking about before coming to your decision of what electric car to buy. The Kona, is also made in Korea, and it is a good choice for taller drivers, unlike the Aura. Its cabin delivers a sensible mix of physical and on-screen controls, although the physical ones may be easier to use. Its exterior design is excellent, and it's just a car you definitely should think about. Its main problem is that its price may be much more expensive than some other competitors, including the BYD Atto 3. So that would be your choice if you want a car that's affordable. So let's come to our choice. Your choice may be a little different depending on who you are. For example, if you like sporty cars, or if you don't, or if you are a tall driver or not, or if you want a car affordable or not. But the main advice comes to a point. For example, if you are a taller driver and you like sporty cars, then you have this certain choice that you know what you want. The worst out of these cars, although it's not bad at all, is probably the GWM Aura, as it has just come out into the market, or a few months ago it came out into the market, and its price comes from the standard range with 40,000 to the GT, which is the most sporty of them, costing 52,000. The second best is probably the second worst, although it is not bad at all, as I already mentioned with the GWM Aura, could be the BYD Dolphin. Although it is still a good car, it is pretty small, so if you wanted a small car, then it would be ideal for you. And it may not be the best suitable car if you are just started getting into the electric car market. It may be a good choice for second electric car though. Many people now have two cars. Most people, I'd say. And many of them, that is to say many of them, has both petrol or one hybrid, for example, one petrol. But if they have an electric car, not a lot of families have decided to have two electric cars yet. They have decided to probably use one of their cars electric. Further on, in years' time, or around a decade maybe, they may use them much more often. At that time, there will be much different cars. So back to the choice. Who has come fourth? Well, it's a tough choice between the MG4, Hyundai Kona, Kia Niro, and BYD Atto. But if you have to choose, I'd probably say the Niro. As the BYD, as we have mentioned many times before, is much more affordable. The Kona is good for any height of people, and they may be the sportiest one here overall, although the MG4 is also pretty sporty. But if I have to choose, I said it was the Niro. So who has come on the top three ranks third? So the top three ranks are different to the cars that are the top three best. So I would say it's very hard to choose, but I'd have to say MG4 if you had to choose. So that was third. Who has come second. The toner is, although it is sporty, not everyone wants a sporty car. Many people now only use electric cars for family, and they may not be as safe as it is easy to crash. So, first has been awarded to the AUTO 3, which will make it into the final decision, which is the one out of the best cars. Our next video, hopefully in a few days or weeks' time, will be about affordable, but not as affordable as these cars, definitely about maybe the size of EV6 or somewhat there. Cars we will come across will include the already mentioned Ioniq 5, the Kia EV6, Tesla Model Y, Polestar 2, and other electric cars that may be as good. But other choices we probably will include the I'd say EQC from Mercedes, and maybe some other cars. Then we might focus our aid on people that want big electric cars that are very sporty, which we will come across the Porsche Taycan and the cars like that, or maybe even the Ioniq 6, not that likely, or the E2S. See you next time. Remember, AUTPS 2023, which is nearly 2024. So these best choices are heading towards the 2024 Car of the Year. So, remember our choice. First, BYD Atto 3. Second, Hyundai Kona EV. Third, MG4. Fourth, Kia Niro. Fifth, BYD Dolphin. And sixth, the GWM Aura. However, as the electric market grows and there are more cars and some brands like Kia, GWM, MG start making more electric cars, we may get different choices. See you next time. Always remember, type in AUTPS 2023 to find this thing. See you next time. There have been many other electric cars that may have made it into this, including the Nissan Leaf here, which is much more expensive than many of our other cars, and one of its specifications across the top actually costs 50,000, which is much more than most of our cars. Some other cars we might have included have just been out forever. The Car of the Year 2022 was the Mazda 3 Estina, and we missed Car of the Year 2023. So, this Mazda 3 will join us in the Car of the Year 2024, AUTPS 2024 next year. The holiday season is beginning and has nearly already come. And so next year we will also do, when the hatchbacks of the year 2023 comes out, this car will be in it. See you next